Welcome to the Top 10 Gardener with Master Gardener Ken Lain. Gardening can be challenging, but with Ken's tips, tricks, and top 10 advice, you'll reap huge rewards. Now welcome your garden host, Ken Lain.
And welcome to this week's edition of The Mountain Gardener. Your host, Ken Lain, here every week talking about the landscapes of northern Arizona. And okay, it's February. We're not quite in the garden mode. Actually, I've done quite a bit of gardening. I've planted a few plants, evergreens, wanted to get those in. Fruit trees are in. My garden soils are prepared. I've insulated many of the root balls with some shredded cedar bark. I kind of feel like I'm on top of it. Your plants love snow in the landscape because it doesn't just rain and run off. It actually sits there, percolates and penetrates, and it pushes deeper that moisture into the root zone. Evergreens love this. Fruit trees love this. Lilacs you'll find they bud up very nicely because it's had some snow. It's a real good thing for your plants. That's why it's good to plant your, let's say, maples or aspens or fruit trees before they wake up. While they're still here in this cooler climate, they prefer that. Now, I planted a 3 Arizona cypress. That snow, I had staked them. Luckily, this is why I say stake. All your trees should be staked. That snow came up and they were leaning over, just weeping from the weight of all that heavy snow. Took a brush, a broom, and just dusted it off. They perked right back up. The sun got on them. So you really do want to go out into your landscape, put the gaiters on, put some nice rubber boots on, and go out and just knock the weight of that snow off. It'll perk them right back up. It also does another thing. Snow buries plants so they can't see the sun. And so if you take some of that snow off, it allows them to warm up, allows them to perk up, take in the sunlight, they actually get more sun because it's reflecting off the snow, and you've taken that snow off their branches. They like this. It's a good thing. If you were to plant a spruce tree, let's say you had that living Christmas tree, and you planted that out in the yard, which would be fine in January. That's great. This snow you didn't stake it, it would have gone flopped right over, more than likely. It wouldn't have damaged it. You just have to go back out, perk it back up, try to pack the soil around. So staking trees is important in the mountains of Arizona. I would say more so than anywhere else because of this wet, heavy effect of the snow, and with this prevailing southwest wind that blows on your plants as they're just starting to leaf out. So it starts in March, and that prevailing southwest wind doesn't stop until the monsoons come in July. And so as they start to leaf out, they'll start catching that wind. They start leaning to the northeast, and then you got a tree that's leaning on you. And once that tree ring solidifies, it stays that way. It is hard to get a tree to go back. Once it's used to growing with a dog leg or leaning towards the northeast, it is hard to get it back. In fact, I would say impossible to get it back. So staking, super, super important. If you're planting trees, any kind of tree, any size tree. Now, I'll only keep that Arizona cypress. I planted 15-gallon Arizona cypress. They're as tall as I am. They're starting to see some size to them. They'll really grow this spring. I'll probably let them grow, no more than 18 months, probably a year. And I'll test them. I'll go, can you guys go off your stakes now? So I'll take them off as soon as I can. But I'll leave them on for about a year to maybe that second growing season. Then I'll take the stakes off. Some of you are leaving your stakes on way too long. I mean, it's just the trees are holding the stakes up now. You just don't need that. But that's the reason I say stake. Since last fall's, fall is for planting trees, especially. The next best time is now. That's why I say staking is so important. Getting that soil amended is so important. I've been preaching for the last month to friends and family. Water your landscape. Water, water, water. We haven't seen moisture in so long. So I say water twice a month, even in the middle of winter, especially during the middle of winter. So people have been asking me everywhere I go, should I be watering? I'm going, yeah, I've been saying that on the radio for 2 months now. Yes. But you told me I didn't have to. No, I did not tell you that. I would never tell you that. I've been preaching. Plants use moisture in Arizona. They use moisture even in winter. So in Wisconsin, in Michigan, Minnesota, they don't, because you've got 8 foot of frost line. They're frozen. Here, plants aren't frozen. They're moving slowly, but they're still moving. So you want to hydrate them every once in a while. Watered by hand, took the hose out, and watered all my container gardens and my more sensitive raised bed garden, just to make sure. I didn't know how much moisture was coming in the storm. I thought, I'm just giving insurance. Watered them, and now they'll come through just fine with all that.
Hi, Waters with the plants of the week and our double pink Lenten rose.
Stunning double pink flowers dangle from this amazing perennial.
And this flower stands apart from the rest for its tremendous color impact that starts in midwinter and then holds its blooms right through spring.
So tough it's rarely bothered by bugs and completely deer-proof.
You're listening to Garden Master Ken Lain, owner of Waters Garden Center in Prescott. Join his daily podcast for timely garden advice seasonally right for the gardens. Ken can be found throughout the week at Waters Garden Center in Prescott or through his website at top10gardener.com.